Aarhus is the second largest city of Denmark. It has around 345,000 inhabitants, and it is the youngest city of the country in average age of its population, as most of them are university students.
This first semester, we have been studying in Via University College. During the first weeks in this university, we observed that there were plenty of women on their 20s that were pregnant. These students actually were combining their studies with their pregnancy.
Moreover, in our student dorm, there are 6 babies living with their young parents, and we have seen them playing in the corridors of the dorm. And moreover, we have posters to indicate where the parents can leave the baby strollers. And we have also visited other student dorms where they have kindergartens for the students' babies.
Therefore, our question is, why Danish young women decide to create a family early and to combine it with their university studies? Our main objectives are to investigate conception of family in Danish culture through interviews and studies in order to realize how much important and what it means for them. To do research about the educational and economical system in order to know how they can study and have babies at the same time. And finally, to find out other connections topics that help us to understand better Danish perspectives of family. To understand the Danish perspective of family in a transversal way, we decided to visit different contexts of the city.
First, we went to visit one of the most important museums of the city. It is Den Gamle Vej, which is an outdoor museum that is focused on showing how Danish people used to live since the 17th century and its evolution until today. We were shocked because the whole museum is an icon of the Danish family lifestyle, so we understood that they give a lot of value to their concept of family and that it is a part of their identity as nation. Secondly, we went to the Women's Museum, where we get to know that in Denmark, gender equality has been a relevant fact for the government since more than 100 years. For instance, Danish women have the right to vote since 1908. Moreover, in this museum, everybody can have reliable data about contraceptive methods and also about abort. This topic is such relevant that the Danish government included sexual education as part of the curriculum in 1945.
In relation to this, we saw an advertisement that motivates young people to have sexual relationships in order to have babies. It was part of a social and governmental campaign called Do It for Denmark.
Kan sex redde Danmarks fremtid? Danmark har et problem. Fødselsraten er den laveste i 27 år, og der fødes ikke nok børn til at forsørge den aldrende befolkning. Skiftende regeringer har ikke kunne løse problemet, men der må være en løsning. Som du måske allerede ved, har man meget mere sex på en solferie, modsat andre ferieformer. Men hvad du måske ikke ved, er, at motion med din partner fremmer sexlysten yderligere, fordi hjernen udskiller endorfiner. Man sveder, får hjertebanken og åndenød. Symptomer vi kender fra forelskelse og ophidselse. Tiltrækningskraften øges hos det aktive par, og derudover øger motion blodtilførselen til kønsorganerne. Alt sammen noget, der fremmer seksualdriften og dermed chancerne for undfangelse. Deltag i konkurrencen Do It for Denmark.
Therefore, we realized that Danish society enhances young people to have babies, and to support this fact, we found the official statistics of the Danish government from 2017. We have chosen a range of age between 20 to 24 years old because Danish students start the university around this age. The population of Denmark is almost 6 million. The average age for having babies in Denmark is 29.2 years old. But there are 46,671 women studying in any Danish university, and 4,969 of them have babies during their student years. The results are clear. The 10.64% of Danish women take the decision of having babies while studying in the university.
Nevertheless, we wanted to get in depth into this topic. Therefore, we decided to interview 2 students from the university, 1 teacher from a secondary school, 1 lecturer from our university, and all of them have or had babies when they were studying.
My own family started when I was 23 years old, and I was still studying to become a teacher at that time. And then I had my son, my first son, and that was, no one looked down on me because I had that. And there's a financial foundation to help you deal with a situation where you both have to study and you become a parent. So it is possible. I'm also sure that many would say that family is the most important thing. And in many ways our state, our government, support family life economically, financially, so that it's possible to have a family and a career. You can have both. That's the Danish system is built that way.
More freedom to do this while I'm studying. But also it couldn't work if we didn't get money from the government, which we do. We do get more money now.
Both of you?
Both of us, yeah. It's quite amazing, our system. Even I get money. It all goes to him. So, but because they pay me to be a dad, basically, I can balance this and not have to work 20, 30, 40 hours a week to sustain our family.
He or she receives?
A normal guy studying here would receive 6,000 before taxes.
Per year?
No,
per month.
Per month?
Yeah.
Corona, because it's in Corona. No, in
We receive 72,000 per year to study.
Okay.
Okay.
It's quite good.
That's quite a lot. And then also there's a lot of other places where we receive support. We have home support. What would you call that?
Kindergarten? No.
No, not like that. The government pays us because we don't have that much money to stay in our apartments.
Yeah.
For example, my apartment costs 7,500 a month, so I couldn't live there on my own. So they give me about 1,200 crowns a month just to stay there.
Okay.
And also for my girlfriend and for my child.
And how other supports in the society do you have? I mean, this is the economical support that you have to study and have a kid at the same time. And then, I don't know, you have the kindergarten is free for you and other supports?
It's definitely less for us. It's more like a symbolical amount of money we have to pay for it. I have another friend who lives here. He's not studying and he's paying 4,000 a month for his kid to be in kindergarten. Well, we only have to pay somewhere between 500 and 1,000, I think. We haven't really looked into it yet.
Okay, yeah.
To study, it's a very free life, actually. Of course, you have lessons. This is, from my opinion, there is lessons, and there is examinations, and there is reports, and all this kind of stuff. But you can, maybe 2/3 of the time, you can plan yourself.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I think that this was the best period to have children, because I didn't have to go to work every morning and coming home later in the night. And there was a lot of vacations, and so for that reason, I think that it's great for me. Also a question about culture, because we have a culture where babies are welcome.
Yeah.
So, for example, sometimes if the children were ill, I brought them here, or maybe I had a long day here. Sometimes they were with me in the studies.
Okay.
If we went for a study trip, I remember one time we were away from 1 week. I had my 2 babies with me on the study trip. Not only me, we were 2 or 3 who had children, and they were with us in the study trip. So it was very holistic somehow. And the teachers don't look strange at you if you're bringing your babies. Actually, in a teacher education, it's very human in that way.
But I wouldn't have my babies too young. I wouldn't have my babies when I was like 16. I would like some life experience as well. But I believe that I am a better parent when I'm older, when I still have the energy, when my daughter is older as well, that I can still play with her when she's 13 and not be too old, and still follow her like that. And also the part about having more time with her while I'm a student. Then also compared to the fertility clinic we were on, they said that anything younger than 25 is a lot easier. When you go from 25 to 30, it's gonna be a little bit harder, and when you pass 30, it's very hard to get a baby.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely biologically. Yeah, seen it's very much better.
Okay.
So a lot of my friends did have babies the same time as I did while they were studying.
Okay.
So I think a lot of Danes prefer it that way.
Like from your friends? Like half of you or?
Well, 5 of my friends had babies within the last 2 years, and all of them are studying. No, one of them is working, but the rest of them are studying.
Okay.
So a lot of...
Our analysis of the interviews allow us to have some significant ideas. First, Danish society supports them to have babies while they are studying, so it is well seen there. Also, there is a gender equality because both parents are responsible of the baby and both also are involved in the care of the child, in the daily care of the child.
Most of them think that when studying is the best moment for having babies because they have more freedom to study at home if they need it. For example, if the baby is sick. They have advantages for paying the kindergarten, also an economical support from the government, and women are more biologically prepared. About the economical support, according to the Danish government laws, they are receiving 6,166 krona per month, which is around 826 euros. This means that in total, both parents receive 1,652 euros, and they receive 826 more for the baby. So in total, as a family, they get from the state 2,478 euros.
Regarding the biological part, scientists affirm that the body of a woman is more prepared to have a baby when they are young because the pregnancy and its recovery has less possibilities to lead bad consequences for the woman's health. Moreover, the fertility range declines with age naturally, hence women have more chances of getting pregnant in their 20s. To add more, we went to the Steno Museum, which is a science museum where we visited an exposition called Reovulations. There, we had the opportunity of wearing a special costume that had the weight of an 8 months pregnant. We were shocked by the fact that it was really heavy. As we have been able to know and be engaged with Danish culture, we understand that this fact is natural for them because it's really related with their culture and identity. Thus, our main question has had a transversal answer, due to the fact that this phenomena is social, economical, educational, biological, among others.
We sincerely think that Denmark is a country where citizens have the value of democracy in their daily life. And as they respect all the laws and have confidence in their government and culture, we think that people will keep having children in young ages in a few years, and maybe improve a little more all their conditions. But we are not sure at all. So it would be really interesting to make a comparison in the future and to analyze the changes through social studies, the difference and similarities, and also through the social opinions about this fact.